What's good, y'all? It's your boy Yxng Viz from Orange County, California. So I got into rapping about 2 or 3 years ago. It's crazy because I just started out like me and my boys, my boy Miles, his brother Luis, and my boy Yxng. We were literally like after class one day, we were just talking about rapping and like we went to his car and started freestyling. And literally that day they was like, man, like if you commit to doing that, then like my boy Yxng, he was like, I want to be a cook, he want to be a chef. So I was like, we kind of just both committed to doing that. And then we kind of just made an agreement like we're both going to pursue what we want to do in life and just see where it goes. And ultimately at the end of the day it just worked out.
No, my time is coming, need it right now.
Literally, it's all out the mud. Like, that's why I try to tell people, fan base and building, and when people feel like they can connect with a genuine you, and you're not portraying an image or trying to be somebody you're not, at the end of the day, it'll reflect and it'll show in your character. So, honestly, building a fan base, it really just started out being willing, putting my ego aside and my pride aside and being willing to go out and book venues and go sell 20 tickets by the train station, to go over to this venue and have 5 people show up in the crowd and perform in front of them and perform like it was 50,000 in the crowd. And that's why people asking like, what's it like performing on Rolling Loud and stuff like that? I was like, I really wasn't nervous because I was on this mindset 3 years ago when nobody was showing up to any shows I was doing. I've been had a mindset of looking at the crowd like, one day like it's gonna all come together. And I just always felt like my purpose here was bigger than, I feel like God lived through me in a sense. So it's just like, I always been just mentally prepared for it. So building a fan base was really just connecting with people genuinely, and I was dropping songs on SoundCloud and they just started bubbling up, and then that's how producers started hearing of me, was via SoundCloud, like suggestions, and then internationally just started going up, like for real.
I feel less lonely when you're next to me, girl, our love's too deep.
Rolling Loud happened through my manager after I went on tour with Chief Keef back in October, like mid-October 2018. I went on tour with Chief Keef, and then we just went crazy. We did show New Mexico and just flipped that bitch upside down. And then from there was just like, yo, like you're mad dope. And then my manager came on through that because she was working with Chief Keef's camp. So she took me on, and then was just like a whole approval process, and then like sending my music to Rolling Loud to get approved and all of that, and they just messed with my sound. And it was just like, we'll give you opportunity. It's the same way Lil Uzi did it. That's how Lil Uzi blew up. He was an opener for Rolling Loud until eventually he became the headliner.
Let's get physical.
Honestly, it was just like, yeah, like kind of, I mean, not crazy stories, just kind of like, it's humbling. Like literally the first show we did, like me and all my boys, we were down here, we packed in one car and like drove all the way out there, and we were taking shifts 3 hours each driving to get all the way out there, bro. Like it was just, but I wouldn't trade it for the world, because it's just like, I don't want the quick come up. I don't want to be, as fast as you go up, as fast as you go down. And I feel like I'm really about longevity. And I feel like to last in this game, you got to have longevity. So I'm 21 right now, and I'm still not where I want to be, but my whole mindset is like 10 years from now, there's going to be a reason why the Drakes and these people, they build real fan bases.
Put your stress on E, I'll be there for you if you there for
Russ my favorite rapper. Russ, and that's, a lot of people don't be tripping over that, but Russ is personally my favorite artist. And it's not even for the sake of antics and all of those things, you can diss him on that, but it's the fact that he was willing to build out of the mud. It took him 9 years to blow up. Like, I don't know how you can hate on that. Going from learning how to do everything on your own when no one wants to take a chance on you, to now you're on the Forbes list. I don't know how you can really hate on that. You can hate on him as a antics, whatever, or his arguments or whatever he talks about, but you feel me, as far as his hustle and his career, you can't knock that, period.
Nah. Man, fuck this stupid bitch.
Like, I don't want to get this twisted. Like, my manager even tell you, that's the crazy thing, is like, bro will tell you, bro, I did everything dolo. My manager's only responsibility, and she knows it, like, I'm not even capping on it, is her only responsibility is to highlight the things that I already do by myself. So she like, even I asked her, I was like, why'd you even take me on as an artist? She like, cause you're easy to work with. There's not, everyone else, they're trying to figure out, like, look at it like this. All these artists out nowadays, they're waiting for opportunity to get on. They're waiting for somebody to come and swoop them off their feet to take them to the next level, bro. I'm over here, I promote myself, book my own shows, everything, you feel me? Even this, where my manager at?
Flex up on the gram, am I really that impressed? Nigga, nah. This for all you lame.
Yeah, bro. So shout out my boy Jair, that's my brother. he had this idea. He's the one that started the idea and put it in my head. And we kind of came up and we talked about it together as far as school tour. And so he set off I was out of town at the time when he first did his. We were gonna do it together originally, but then he went and did his thing, and I was like, bro, he's doing his thing or whatever. So he was hitting his schools, and then when I got back, you feel me, I just started seeing people like, oh, why aren't you going with him? Like, where are you at? You feel me? So I was like, all right, well, I'll do my own one. So I ended up doing my own one, and we hit, first school I went to was the school I went to for middle school, which was Ladera Ranch Middle School. So that was the first school I went to. Of course, had to set it off right, and it was super dope. And then it's like seeing all the principal and the supervisor and all them like shut down the whole street. You feel me? It's like 500-600 kids coming out to see you. It's super wild. And then like it just bubbled from there. You feel me? Just more people started talking about it, and then it was just like it just created this whole big, huge wave. And then and ultimately, like I gave out free shoes to the kids, free merchandise. Like the kids of the next generation, like that's the thing. Like everybody be so like, that's the kids and whatever. It's like, bro, y'all are so focused on targeting these and working and talking to and influencing these 21-year-old kids that'll dump you the next moment the next hottest rapper come out, bro. What do your parents tell you when they growing up? When you talk to them about a new artist, hey mom, you ever heard of 21 Savage? No, I didn't grow up on that. So what y'all artists should be doing is working with these kids, because the kids are the next generation.
Look, name another man who knows you better. Fuck you like I do.
All for you. I do it all for you guys. You feel me? I just want to continue to shed a light, you feel me, on my city, because I feel like there's nobody else that's doing it. Everyone that is from here runs off to LA and claims LA like they were born there. So cool, y'all can have that. I'm gonna represent where my 2 feet stand at the end of the day. So that's just really the whole influence behind it. The cover art even is the sign. The cover art of the album, I don't know if you've seen it, is literally the sign that you see when you drive on it and me sitting on it. That's literally the cover art of the album. So, you know, it's all for you, all for the people, and I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. Pre-release drops Friday. We're gonna get on the top 100 independently, no label help, no none of that, no hidden agendas behind the scenes. It's gonna be straight me and the fans and the people that support me since day one pushing it, and we're just gonna go crazy. I'll be hitting LA alongside my boys. We're all gonna go out there and we're gonna help the families on Skid Row. I'm trying to coordinate because I want to kind of do group homes as well. That was put in my ear, a bubble in my ear. A little beautiful shawty by the name of Janet in LA, so shout out to her. You feel me? She put me on game with that. So we're just ultimately gonna give back to the community. Sweaters, you feel me? It's the wintertime, so you feel me? There's no reason why people should be out there freezing their butts off. You feel me? There's kids and and adults out there that are struggling, and we gotta, instead of talking about it, you feel me? We gotta start putting our money where our mouth is and stepping up and going out there and doing it. So at the end of the day, if you like to support, hit my DMs, Instagram, Yxng Viz 13, nonprofit. We're not doing this for money. We're doing this out of the strength of wanting to bring the community together, you feel me? And even though I'm in Orange County and that's LA County, you feel me? That's like the next door neighbor. And even though we don't share the same family, you feel me, or live in the same habitat, at the end of the day, that's our next door neighbor. When your next door neighbor needs help, you go out and do it at the end of the day, period. So that's what I'm on. So definitely come through. All For You album, pre-release dropping this Friday, November 29th. Shouts out to the whole family, all my producers and Visionary Productions. Credit to all y'all from the US to overseas. We're about to go crazy, and shout out my manager Mia. Love you.